Hey guys, it's David from theunlocker.com, and today we're going to do a quick overview of HTC Sense. HTC Sense is HTC's custom user interface for Android and also Windows mobile devices. Some of the differences between HTC Sense and regular Android is the fact that you have 7 home screens instead of the normal 3 or 5. The app drawer button has been replaced by a shortcut to the phone, a app drawer button on the left, and an add to home screen button on the right. They replaced the phone app with its own app that also has smart dialing, so you can start typing in someone's name and it'll automatically find them in your contacts. There's also a new contact app. It's called People, and it has a little scrolling action along the bottom here to get to your favorite people. Well, first all your contacts, then your favorite people, then groups, then updates for syncing your contacts with your Facebook contacts. It also downloads their statuses and their pictures as well. And then lastly, call history. Okay, clicking on a contact brings you to their contact info with the same scrolling action along the bottom. You can contact them quickly by clicking on either the phone to call them, the text message symbol to text them, and the email to email them, etc. Sliding over gives you all of the messages that you guys have ever had back and forth. Same thing goes for email, but email back and forth. Next is their Facebook status. So if you link them to a Facebook account, it'll display all of their status updates and their birthday, their events, etc. Sliding over again brings you to their photo album. So either if they have a Flickr account that you've linked them to or a Facebook account that you've linked them to, you can view all of their Facebook photos or their Flickr photos right here. And finally, their call history just with that person. The browser has been updated with its own little custom UI that makes the top thing go away. In order to get it back, you have to hit menu. A little bit different UI the way it looks. The windows are actually scrollable this way. They have a little reflection graphic down there at the bottom. So just a bunch of just little, aesthetic changes here. Pretty much the same thing as the regular Android browser besides those. HTC adds their own mail program that also has Exchange support and looks a little bit different and is a little more robust than the regular email app for Android. They do also still have the Gmail app, and that's identical to Android as well. An app that HTC adds is the Clock app. This app has the same sliding action that you're going to find throughout the entire UI, but it has a world clock where you can set up different cities. If you scroll along the bottom there, you also have alarms that you can set up, a stopwatch, and finally a timer. HTC also includes their own Twitter app called Peep. Once you set up your Twitter account, it allows you to use that to see your tweets, your mentions, etc. HTC also adds a weather app. This weather app is HTC's own design. It actually lets you set up as many cities. I think it's up to 10 cities. You can set up whichever cities you want. And as you scroll through here, though, it has its own little 3D graphics that are kind of cool, depending on the weather in different areas. Okay, now for Sense UI's widgets. First one is bookmarks. This is basically a widget that goes on your home screen that is a scrollable list of the thumbnails of your bookmarks that you have set up. You can also add bookmarks from here as well. Another HTC widget is Calendar. You can either have it as a 30-day view that's scrollable to go, from January to February through the months, etc., or you can have it as a little thing to notify you of your upcoming events. Tapping on the calendar symbol brings you directly to the calendar. Another Sense widget is the clock. So we have this clock here, which actually also displays the weather as well as the date. But you can get rid of that by doing that. And click on clock, and you'll see that they actually have a variety of different designs for clocks. that you can go through. There's a widget and an app called Footprints. You can just have a large or a small widget. And basically it's a photo album app with geolocation that you can take pictures of the places you've been, write notes about them, and then have them all saved in your phone. HTC also has a mail app. Just like with the Footprints app, you can flick through them to get through your different mail instead of images. You can also tap on the pencil to compose or tap on the lines to get to your mail program. HTC also has a similar app to the mail app for messaging as well. Again, same thing applies. You can flick through this to flick through your messages, tap on the pencil to compose one, and tap on the lines to get to your messaging program. There's also a music app. You can either have a large one or a small one. It'll display the album art for any music that you have on the device. You can also click left and right to scroll through them, and play to actually start playing the music right now. Here we have the People widget. This is actually a scrollable list of your favorite people. Whoever you have starred as favorite in your contacts program. It'll also display their image. And if they're synced with Facebook, it'll display their Facebook image. Clicking add would add a new contact or a new favorite. Clicking on the lines brings you to your People program. Here we also have the Photo Album widget, which works just like the Footprints one. It's a flickable widget for your photos. It'll scroll through them, just whatever photos you happen to have on the device. Photo Frame is similar to the Photo Album one, except it's not flickable. It just displays one image. So you can basically just put an image anywhere on your desktop, so you can just take a look at it whenever you're scrolling around. Search is basically the same thing as the Android search widget, except that it's black. There's also settings widgets. You can click on settings and then choose from any of the settings widgets. There's airplane mode, Bluetooth, GPS, mobile network, and Wi-Fi. And basically what they do is, they are little widgets that you can put around, and by tapping on them, you can turn on or off either Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, etc. They also have a Twitter widget, which connects to your Peep program. And it'll display the latest tweets and also give you a little spot to type your own status in there. Or you can just do one that just has the status and a little bit bigger of a text box. Along with HTC's weather program, they have a weather widget. It does pretty much exactly the same thing, except this one can be placed on your home screen. So you can flick through stuff. And even when flicking through, it'll still do the little graphics that it does in the weather program. And that's it for all the major differences between HTC Sense and regular Android. Hope you enjoyed.